Hey guys, it's Hannah. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be setting up some college student bullet journal spreads in my bullet journal. I am a soon-to-be college student, and I'm curious if any of you guys out there are soon-to-be college students or current college students. I hope this video will help you guys if you are, and if you're planning with me, go ahead and grab your bullet journal and let's get right to it. The first spread I'm starting out with is a double spread class schedule, also known as a timetable spread. One thing I'm excited for about college is every week I have a set class schedule, so as opposed to my high school or grade school schedules, we had alternating days where every other day we'd have the same class. In college, I know that on a Wednesday at X time, I'm going to have this class every single Wednesday as opposed to every other day. That's how it worked for me in my high school years, and I'm really excited to have some more structure during college. For this spread, I drew 7 different columns. I'm deciding to include the weekends as well as the weekdays because even though I don't have classes on the weekends, I would like to still have them in my weekly timetable so that I can time manage and decide when I'm going to go grocery shopping, do personal things, when I'm going to allocate time for YouTube, to go to the gym, all of this stuff outside of university as well. So that is why I included every single day of the week. That seems like it's going to work for me. You can always just do the weekdays if that's what works for you guys. But these are just some examples of some college student spreads that I thought would be beneficial. I'm keeping these spreads in a very minimal color palette because if you haven't seen my starting a new bullet journal, which is the current bullet journal that I'm in, I have a very warm brown minimalist neutral color palette that I'm trying to keep. So I decided to go with browns, black, beige, very neutral colors for this video as well. You guys can of course use whatever color palette you want, but I am choosing to use these colors because it fits with the rest of my bullet journal. I will also do my best to link everything that I can down in the description box, such as supplies I'm using, my current notebook if it is still available, and anything else that you guys might want to see or have a link to. On the side of this box right here, I am writing the hours that I will be awake for. Ideally, my days will start at 6 a.m. and end at 10 p.m. so that I can get those 8 hours of good, fresh sleep. You guys, if you have late night classes and you'll be up past 10, you can of course shift the hours that you will be available and awake for your own timetable, but for my schedule, this is what's going to work for me. I then included a little color code key up in the top right corner. I'm using a pack of fine liners that I recently got in a stationery haul video. I'll link that video here. And this is the first time I'm trying them out, and guys, it's not great. I mentioned in that video that they just came from a cheap store near me, and I definitely will not be using them. Right after this video ended, I covered it up and added a new color palette, but I just wanted to show you the color key for the classes so you guys can use that as inspiration as well. The next helpful spread I'm including in this college student video is a professor information page. I personally used this in my last fall bullet journal just for high school, and it honestly helped me so much. In this spread, I just included 6 boxes because I have 6 classes this year, and I included space for the professor name, email address, and room number. I wanted to include office hours as well, but I didn't really have space, so I figured once I get the syllabus for each professor, I'll just hold on to that to know their office hours. But their name, email, and room number was very important, so I just included the basics here. The next spread I'm including is going to be a campus map spread, and I figured this would also be very helpful, especially for the first few months of the first year of college, so that I know where each of my classes are. You guys can also circle which buildings your classes are in, and you can just flip it out. So once I print that off, I'll glue that into my spread. I decided not to put it here because for privacy reasons, I figured I probably shouldn't say what college I'm going to, but in the future I will be including that and probably highlighting each of my buildings that my classes are in. Next, we have a semester at a glance. If you saw my starting a new bullet journal, you'll know that I did include already a kind of semester at a glance spread like this. However, this is specifically for school assignments. The other one was more for holidays, birthdays, personal things, but this is specifically for school projects and assignments. I figured it would be easier to have two separate semester at a glances so that when I'm trying to weed through all the birthdays and holidays to find out when a paper is due, I wouldn't have to run into that. So separately, I have a school semester at a glance and a personal or life semester at a glance, and I think it's going to work great for me. Next, I decided to include a one-paged budgeting spread just for purchases I make outside of university. Since I am going to be a college freshman, I don't think I'll be making too many big purchases. I think that'll be more for when I have an apartment in my latter years of college, so I just decided to go with a one-page spread for this. But of course, if you guys spend more or you're already an adult and you need a budgeting spread, you might need a double-paged or even a budgeting bullet journal. That might be a good idea for you. But since I'm not going to be purchasing a whole lot, because most of my stuff is on campus, I just chose to go with a one-paged simple budgeting spread. And here I included a column for the amount of the thing I bought, a description of what it is, and the date I purchased it on. Last, and probably most important, I have a self-care ideas list for college students. Of course, you don't have to be a student or someone who's in college to have a self-care list. I think everyone should, but I think as a student or someone who's working, you are always go, 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 and sometimes it's hard to remember to take off time for yourself, to treat yourself, and to rest, and let yourself recharge. So I just included a bulleted list, and I'm going to fill it later with some things that I want to do for myself, so I can just easily flip to the page when I want to take some time out for myself and cross something off the list. Another spread I have already created in my Starting a New Bullet Journal that I wanted to include is a routines spread. I have 6 boxes here for things that I want to do morning, evening, daily, weekly, monthly, and semesterly. This is helpful for productivity as well, so you can always know when you're going to vacuum, do laundry, etc. And here is a flip through of how all of my spreads turned out in this video. I hope these helped you or gave you some examples of some student spreads you're going to want in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a thumbs up and a comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for bullet journal videos like this. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!